Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back once again from the episode of CasualCraft with the Renegade Master, your dreadlock caster, RedRipz. That's me, right here for another game of StarCraft 2 Heart the Swarm. Now, in today's game, we have a 2v2 because it's episode 50, so I thought I'd do something a little bit different, a little bit out there. And yeah, here we are for a 2v2 on this map. So we've got in the top right-hand corner, in this replay that I found on drop.sc, we have Root Gaming's Axeltoss, MLG caster there, and his teammate, today's brother from another mother, the blue Terran player, it's Axslav. Up in the top left, top right, sorry. Whoop, 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 whoop. Now, down in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we have today's sisters from other misters. It is the... Is that green? Yeah, it's a green player. Green Protoss player. I'm not colourblind, I swear. The green Protoss player, it's Agamemnon. And his teammate, today's other sister, from yet another mister. In the yellow, it's the yellow Zerg player here, Sinistro. Now, all these players should have at least a vague idea of what they're doing today, because, well, as we all well know, Axeltoss and Axslav are both MLG casters. I think they're both in Master League. These two players down the bottom should be at a similar sort of level if they're playing them on the 2v2 ladder. And yeah, so we should be getting some interesting plays out of this today. So yeah, it's Friday. I have finished work nice and early. I am talking way too fast. I'm fully aware. I'm going to try and lower the speed a little bit. Okay, so yeah. Basically, I finished work really early on a Friday, as I always do, and here I am casting StarCraft once again for you guys, because that's what I like to do. So we're seeing a pool out nice and early here out of our yellow Zerg player, Sinistro. That was on 15, the spawning pool there, with the gas shortly behind, so we're getting a really quick link speed, I think. Meanwhile, we're getting the gateway and an assimilator down for Agamemnon. He's going to be doing all that sort of good stuff. Axeltoss getting his gateway first as well, and we're also seeing a refinery first build out of Axslav here. And it looks like, what's this? Cheeky little pylon out of Axeltoss here. Looks like we're going to be either getting a proxy or some sort of out on the map warp in type cycles. Now, I just want to comment on how bizarre this map is, because we've got this weird sort of high ground base here with the thingy pylon on, with the Zelnaga tower on, but also there's some rocks here at the front. We've got like a sort of a rocks down from the main there, but you've got to go all the way around the edge here to actually get down on the low ground, and it means that the actual rush distance is quite long because, well, you've got to, if you just follow my point of it, got to come all the way down through, up around here and into the base there. And we're going to see a little bit of scouting out of both players here, but not getting too much information, I don't think. We're going to see if we just have a look at the front here. We've got Axslav going double barracks at the front there, not quite throwing anything out on the map like I perhaps thought he was originally. I just hadn't quite spotted that there. Meanwhile, down on the yellow player's base, Agamemnon, he's going to continue probing up. He's got his warp gate down. He's got his gateway down. He's getting out his cybernetics core for warp gate, and we're going to see an expansion out of our Zerg player Sinistro as well. So generally, everyone just sort of moving forward. We're not seeing anything too kind of cheesy, but at the same time we're not seeing anything that's overtly macro orientated. The only player to have gone for a second base is Sinistro. Meanwhile, actually, we are just going to see some straight up cheese out of Axeltoss here with a pylon going down at the back in the middle of the Protoss base here. That's going to lead to some nasty warpings there. And with this humongous rush, I'm not entirely sure about this pylon up here, because as nice as it is to have a pylon up there, the distance you've got to walk to get all the way down to this corner and then up onto these ramps is so far that it's kind of a bit, well, it's a bit strange, really. I can almost imagine a proxy pylon down here or something else, perhaps. It's just a lot of closer positions than that, so that's perhaps just for generally just holding this ground and allowing to reinforce slightly more quickly than walking troops all the way around the map. Meanwhile, Axeltoss going for the full-on 4-gate here. Nothing else going on now. 3 more gateways finishing up, and the warp gate research being chrono boosted out there for him. We're getting an extra barracks down here for Axslav as well, so both players looking to put pressure on really, really soon now, it seems, with the total of 3 barracks down and stim packs coming out now as well for Axslav. Meanwhile, Sinistro and Agamemnon going to be pushing back this zealot of Axeltoss is here at the front. Nothing too exciting there, just generally making sure they can defend this ground, and really the engagement is going to be taking place in this sort of area here. If they can just sort of defend this, make sure that nothing gets past here, they've got nothing really else to worry about, because nothing's going to get through there. The only thing they do need to be concerned of course, is Axeltoss's pylon here in the main bases of these two players. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. We've got the Baneling nest down for Sinistro now, and he's actually getting quite a lot of gas out here. Interestingly enough, I guess he just needs to get those Banelings out is his plan. Meanwhile, while, we're getting some zealots being warped into the main base of Agamemnon here, and Agamemnon's not going to enjoy this at all. He's got his robotics facility down, but with only one gateway as well behind that, that's not a lot to defend with, really. And with these 2 zealots in the main base here, we're going to have to see some sort of army pull back here. And although there are lings out for Sinistro, that's not really the right sort of thing. We've got 2 more zealots in Sinistro's base as well, and although they are going to be able to deal with those zealots, lings don't really trade very well with zealots. It's they just sort of get punched to death very, very, very quickly. And with Agamemnon's stalkers coming back now as well, it looks like they'll be clearing up the last of this, and Agamemnon will be able to return to mining at long last with these 2 stalkers just finishing off these zealots here. Looks like we might be seeing, oh no, we're going to see Sinistro taking down this pylon as well. He has found that. There are a couple more zealots in there, but he's, at least everyone's fully aware of what's going on there now. So both these, the yellow and the green player here at the bottom, should be able to clear this up and be looking fairly happy from there on in. Though we do have an army gathering on this low ground here for Axslav and Axeltoss here. Our MLG casting team broken down the rocks here at the front. They're going to be pushing straight up the ramp here, and of course no one else is going to be aware of this quite yet. And with this army here, there's a bit of an issue here for the yellow and green players, really, because they're not really in the best position to defend against this. All those lings dying on their own, and with just 3 stalkers and zealot on the high ground with the mothership core behind this, there's not much that our lower players can do here against this MLG casting team now. As the Marines are pushing up the ramp, we've got the stalkers in behind there, we've got 4 zealots down as well, and everything just engaging bit by bit, piecemeal engagements out of our green and yellow players, meaning that the combined armies of Axslav and Axeltoss are just going to be able to completely take down what was there. And it looks like this game might be over here now. We've got another pylon going down in the main base here for continued warp-ins. Both of our MLG casting team are frankly just pushing out and away with this game now. I don't really see what Sinistro and Agamemnon can do now. Agamemnon's got absolutely no probes left. Nothing's going to get out of that. And with Sinistro sacrificing the rest of these lings here, these few zealots, there's really not much going on now. A couple of banelings dying there at the front. Nothing too much there. And a big thanks, GG. Well played out the players there with the mana nexus going down here out of Axeltoss as well. So yeah, well, I guess that's... oh, no, Sinistro never surrender, he says, so the game might continue for a little bit longer yet, although I can't really see how that he's hoping to actually win this game at all. I think he's just sort of taking his time, wasting as much time as he can, and hoping that he can maybe just get a bit more banter out of these 2 players here. Obviously, you're well known within the StarCraft community, and I'll probably end up sending them this game, I'll be honest. It's... usual sort of banter. We're seeing a huge drone engagement now as well, as the last of Sinistro's units are coming in to join the fray here, and with Agamemnon having absolutely nothing left on the map now, it really is just up to Sinistro just to send in his units bit by bit, make sure they all die off without killing too many of our MLG casting team's forces here, and with this huge sort of zealot army and Marines coming in here now, this is going to be the GG. So yeah, another little game of CasualCraft done very, very quickly actually. I wasn't expecting it to just be 10 minutes long, but with this this cheesy pairing here on the 2v2 ladder is, well, cheeses work really, really well in 2v2s because there's 2 of you doing it. With that no, I mean, I don't know, I wouldn't really say that 3 racks and 4 gate was all that cheesy. It's just really early pressure, I guess. I mean, you know, there was an extra base coming down for Axslav there, and, you know, we're getting some tech out as well. It's not all bad. So yeah, so another quick little game. Not really much that our yellow and green players could have done there, really, I don't feel, without scouting those early pylons and then maybe getting some roaches out of our Zerg player, really. He had to expand, to be honest, and with our Protoss player, who basically just built a gateway and an entire robotics facility there wasn't really that much else to share about it, really. They just got overwhelmed very early by 2 opponents who built a lot more units much earlier on than them. So, well, thanks once again for watching. I've been RedRipz. Like, comment, subscribe, all the usual banter. I hope you've enjoyed this game of StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm, and I'll be back with another one on Monday. Now, this weekend was supposed to be casting with an American friend that I bumped into on our caster. I actually can't remember his name right now. I think it's Colst. So yeah, hopefully I'll be doing some casting this weekend with a co-caster, which will make a nice difference. I'm hopefully going to be able to get those videos up on the channel as well. But failing that, I'll be back on Monday with some more StarCraft. So thanks all for watching, and GG to all the players involved. Thank you.